Are parrots dying? Let's find that out, because recently there has been a virus in news, that is Bornavirus, that has been said to be killing parrots. That's right. Welcome back to the latest update series of Drishti IAS. This is Divya Kawatra, and we are discussing about a very major disease, that is Bornavirus, going around and finally detected in India as well. That was being detected in all across the world, but now we have detected that in India, and that is taking the lives of our parrots. What is this disease? How does it work? How does it affect the life of our parrots? And are there any solutions to it? Are there any medications that we can take? What is the current status of it? Let's find all that out about this. Okay? All right. So what is happening? We have finally reported the first confirmed detection of Parrot Bornavirus, that is PaBV4. That is a fatal virus. That is a fatal virus that affects the parrots and other Psittacine birds. And scientists are they have successfully identified and genetically characterized the virus, and they have made an important development for avian health search. This has raised fresh concern for bird owners, breeders, wildlife conservationists, everybody, right? The discovery is very significant. Why? Because this has been linked to severe illness and sudden death among captive parrots worldwide, right? So researchers have believed that finding highlights the need for improved monitoring of bird diseases, particularly among the pet birds, is very important, and these research are going to help us do that. First of all, we understand the virus, we understand the symptoms, and then we try to solve that, right? Yeah. Now, before we understand what the virus is, I have an important information for you regarding ISGS Foundation courses. New courses are constantly launching at Karol Bagh and Noida centers. You can visit the centers to find out more about it. However, live online classes are there with structured classes, mains notes, prelims notes, test series, current affairs classes for 3 years, that too. Not just one, for 3 years, that too. You get the access under one foundation course altogether. That's right. You can avail that from Drishti Learning app or Drishti IAS website, or you can give us a call at 87501, or you can also visit the Karol Bagh or Noida centers for more information. All right. Don't miss out on the chance. Please look into it as soon as you watch this. All right. Let's understand about the discovery in India. How has it been found and what is happening? Regarding the virus, a team of Indian veterinary scientists, they came across the case, and this was led by Assam Veterinary and Fishery University. They identified, genetically mapped the virus in India. They've tested 83 captive exotic birds across Assam, West Bengal and Karnataka between 2020 and 24, right? Out of 83 birds that were tested, 44, that is over 53%, that's right, they have been positive for the virus, and it is already well established in Indian aviculture hubs, and it is nothing new, but now we are detecting it and finally understanding that this is going on in India and we need to work on that, right? So this is an alarming need for us, and how do we do that? We first understand the disease, the symptom, and then we try to control it, right? Exactly. So let's understand what the disease is. If we talk about the culprit behind this, it is behind the PaBV4. The primary cause is Proventricular Dilatation Disease. Okay, Proventricular Dilatation Disease, which is a fatal wasting syndrome. Fatal wasting syndrome. How does that impact? It enters the body of the parrot and it starts impacting its digestive organs, and then it starts impacting other organs as well, right? It will break down the nervous system, attack the digestive system, and then all the organs one by one, and it is very fatal and leads to death, right? This is how it works, and it attacks the nervous system and then digestive and other organs. And then what are the symptoms? How do we identify this? Severe weight loss. They're eating normally, but there is severe weight loss. Vomiting, undigested seeds passing through the droppings, we can see. Neurological issues like tremors, loss of balance, or sometimes seizures also can be happening. That can be witnessed by the pet owners or the captionist. Anybody can witness that very easily. All right. These are the symptoms. If any pet owner, if any of you also have parrots, if you witness these symptoms, please get them tested as soon as possible. All right, maintain proper sanitation for them and make sure you get them help that they need, right? Exactly. So why is this a major concern? Like, why are we so concerned about if it is a virus, let's give them a medicine and be done with it, right? What is happening is, this is the silent spreaders are there. It is highly deceptive. The virus is very deceptive, right? While it is found in 88% of the birds that died from PDD, it was also detected in 19% of entirely healthy looking birds. By the look of it, they are looking very healthy, they're doing everything normal, but still they are suffering internally from that, and we don't know on what day the virus might finally attack their system and kill them, right? So that is raising a concern that if they look asymptomatic, how do we identify that? Right? So they spread it to others as well because they are asymptomatic, so we leave them there, right? So they it passes highly efficiently through contaminated food, water, saliva, feces, feather dust, even feather dust. So how do you prevent it from spreading, right? They can also pass vertically from parent birds to eggs also. So it is getting genetically as well being transferred, and in all that scenario, how do you control it, right? So the global trade link is that genetic sequencing. It showed that Indian samples are completely identical to the ones found in US, Canada, Israel, Japan, South Korea, right? So this proves that it is actively hitchhiking across international borders via the legal, illegal, exotic bird trade. The bird trade that is happening, through that, the virus has been hitchhiking to every other nation. Now either we stop the trade altogether like COVID, where people were stopped from moving into the international borders. Now we would have to stop birds also from moving across international borders, right? So this has become a concern. Then threat is also there because many of the exotic affected species, they're already near threatened or endangered. If this keeps happening, soon they might get extinct. So that raises another level of question, like how do we preserve them? How do we create a conservative program for them? Right? Exactly. That is why it is concerned. Now what we are doing is we are researching on it. We are leading out to the test. Open guidelines have been given to the people who are the owners of the pets or the bird sanctuaries, that they witness this, they register the cases, and then we will formulate a policy depending upon the depth of the case here. Depending upon the depth of the case here. So people have to be vigilant about it. People have to be vigilant about it, and they have to come forward if they witness a parrot with these symptoms, right? Yes. And in terms of international trade, there are still discussions going on regarding what can be done. No decision has been made so far, but the virus has raised serious concerns among the health departments for birds, right? So they are constantly working on it and trying to make a better option for this. Currently, it is important because there is no vaccine or specific antiviral cure available. Managing the outbreak is totally on quarantine. You quarantine them, you manage it, and you hope that they recover. Their immune system lets them recover, right? So screening the new birds and through the RT-PCR testing, same as COVID, and aviary biosecurity, right? Exactly. Through that, we are trying to manage it, and that is all we have right now. No vaccine, nothing, right? Scientists are still working on that. They're researching the disease more so that they can create an antibody or medicine or some sort of injection for that, right? They're still working on it, working on the conservation, working on the quarantine, working on the medicine, solution, international trade. Everything is still under process, but the virus is consistently spreading and creating havoc around. Clear? Exactly. So this is a very serious issue. You have to, for your exam, you have to understand the virus and its spread, and if any update comes, obviously that too. All right? Exactly. So we have a question for you based on this. Try to attempt the question and give us your answer in the comment section. Done? All right. A reminder for you, IAS Foundation courses constantly launching. Get a benefit out of this to get all these features in one foundation course altogether. That's right. All right. If you have any more queries, please call us on 87501-87501. All right. That's about our class for the day. Thank you so much for joining in, and we'll see you in the next session. Till then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.